I didn't have one as a child, even though my dad, who was a joiner, could have made me one. So 40 years later I decided to buy this. I'm afraid it hasn't stopped since then. That was little bits of wood and then we've covered it with paper. It was ready built, but I've decorated it all. Once I'd got it home, I was a little bit out of my depth because I thought, where do I start? And when I bought it in the shop, I saw that there was a leaflet for a York club, the Yorkshire Miniaturists. So I thought, well, you're a bit out of your depth, Anne, where do you start? So I went along and joined the club. We made this one recently, which is these little flowers out of paper. I like doing needlework and sewing, so I made the patchwork quilt and stitched the carpets. So I've done the patchwork cushions and the quilts, and then these are like what you can buy fat quarters in the quilt shops. And then the little books, I downloaded the images onto the computer. So things like the vegetables and the pie and the cake, you can make out of Fimo. Fimo is like a grown-up version of plasticine. It's a moulding material and then you bake it in the oven. I tend to do things that I like in full size, so I like gardening, so I do lots of gardens. I make all of these flowers by using paper punches, which are flower petal shaped, and then build it up into making flowers. I mean, you can use artificial material, which a lot of this is, but as I say, you can use lots of flower paper punches. The greenhouse, I did that a long time ago, and then made it sort of distressed it looking. Some of the ferns, again, you can use paper and then get the shape by putting a wire frame for the shape of the petals. All of the bricks are just sandpaper, painted and then cut into strips. You can get actual brick slips from the Doll's House shows, which are expensive, but that is a cheap way of doing lots of bricks if you need a lot. Time consuming, but it's quite effective. Hats, hat shop, needlework, so I have a haberdashery shop. Just been doing a toy shop. So this is a full-size clock with all its workings taken out. So then you open up the back and put whatever in, create a scene inside it. So mine is a Christmas morning scene.